Okay, welcome. Thank you all for joining us on time. Our session in the next 3 minutes. As you can see, there's already a hand raised by one of the participants. Let's see. Okay, Tinashe, so if you have any question, you can type in the chat. Otherwise, we're about to begin with the session. So welcome everyone, and so happy to see you this afternoon. We're here for the standard chat. This is one of the. Let me just share my screen. Sorry about that. Just doing a sound check to everyone. Hannah, can you hear me just fine? Sound check. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen and then we can get started with the session. Sorry about that. Okay, just confirm if you can see my screen as well.
Yes, we can, George.
All right, thank you so much. So welcome everyone. Today's the info session, and most of you are, we have participants who have started already working with applications and like to find out more about the program. So today is a program that you will get to learn more about what the Women in Tech is about. And with me, I have our partners who also joined us, and also have Momo, who's part of the team that's working on the program itself. So I'll just go in to further introduce what the program is about, and then also get into what I have in store for you. So again, my name is George Mtali, and I'm the moderator for you for today's session. I'm the community liaison on Bongo Hive. With that said, I'd like to say welcome. You can follow us on social media. You can use the hashtags if you're a Twitter junkie, or if you're on LinkedIn or Facebook. Please hashtag with these comments, and you can make some buzz about it. So the hashtags are Women in Tech, ZM hashtag. You can add this, so you can share your comments there. You can share your questions there. Or you can use Women in Tech, Women in Tech. That's SC Women in Tech hashtag, or maybe SC Women in Tech ZM for you to for us to keep track of your social media comments. So to begin the session, this is the third cohort of the Women in Tech program. So the Women in Tech program is Africa's leading incubator program. And we are joined by Bongo Hive, who are the implementing partners, and we're also joined by Women in Tech, Standard Chartered as well. And so we're also going to hear from them on how the program is, how initially the program started, and how the collaboration was actually done. So like I said, what's going to happen right now is I'm going to take you through the agenda of the program. So we'll have upcoming remarks, which are from me. And then we also have Kembe, who's also from Standard Chartered, who will tell us more about the program, and them also tell us the bit of background on why the program actually started. I'm also going to hear from Momo, who's the project lead at Bongo Hive, and we're also going to hear one of the alumni as well, who has also interacted with us and also was part of the cohort in the second cohort of the program. So with that said, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, who's going to be Kembe, who's going to tell us a bit about the program and also just to give some keynote remarks. So Kembe, please go ahead.
Thank you, George. Just trying to make sure I'm not having anything falling apart over here. But great. All right. Can you hear me clearly? Thumbs up. All right. Awesome. So first of all, I want to just say it's great to be here, and I'm really excited to see that we have almost 30 women that have signed on this afternoon to sort of hear a little bit more about the Standard Chartered Women in Tech program. First of all, I think for me, I'm delighted to be doing this for the third time round. That means we must be doing something right, because that means we're now on cohort 3 successfully. So maybe just a bit about myself. My name is Kiembe Kialusanza, and I am the Corporate Affairs Manager at Standard Chartered and also the Sustainability Lead at the bank. I look after the sustainability programs at the bank, implements, one of which obviously is Women in Tech. So just a bit of background around what we actually do. Standard Chartered runs the SC Women in Tech under our global program called Future Makers by Standard Chartered. And so Future Makers by Standard Chartered is our global initiative to tackle social and economic inequality by promoting greater economic inclusion. And we implement this program through 3 pillars, which is education, employability, and entrepreneurship. Under employability, we have 2 programs that run. We have Youth to Work, which pretty much prepares young people to be job ready, and Enhanced Youth Employability and Entrepreneurship Program, which obviously cuts across both entrepreneurship and employability. Now, under entrepreneurship, we have then the program SC Women in Tech, and basically what this does is it's a program meant to particularly focus or support Zambian female-led enterprises or businesses who would like to leverage technology to grow their business. It pretty much aligns with that, with more calls for diversity in technology and entrepreneurship, and for more opportunities for women to develop entrepreneurship and leadership excellence. We have noticed, and over the years, and I think this being the third cohort, many individuals have greater access to finance. Yes, more than ever. But many micro and small business owners lack the financial skills they need to grow their business. The S Women in Tech Incubator Program provides support, mentorship opportunities, and obviously access to financing, which comes along with what our seed funding actually is. Now, why is this a proud moment for us? Standard Chartered has run this program. This is the third time round. We have had 2 very successful cohorts. And when I saw Hannah on here, I'm really excited to hear her experience, because I prefer to hear feedback from our actual participants. I'm sure when Hannah goes into it, you'll be like, okay, that's quite intense, but I'm glad it is. The idea behind this is really to empower women. And it may sound like it's overdone, but I think we can never overdo this. Just to empower women to be able to understand their business, to grow their business, and have the opportunity to be exposed to information that they may not normally be exposed to. And as a bank, we believe that everybody must have the opportunity to learn, earn, and grow, and obviously actualize their potential. And that includes small and medium enterprises. Um, that being said, it also adds, it aligns with the government's calls to support SMEs. There's been a very bold statement made by the government to support SMEs, and we've seen that with the actual formation of an SME ministry, which is fantastic. So that means that we're certainly moving in the right direction, certainly moving in the right path to make sure that we are adding the right value to Zambia. Um, why would we run this program? I think first and foremost, if from a personal level, one of the things that I have noticed is when I meet the women for the first time, when they come from the boot camp or just after the boot camp, and when I meet the women at the end of the program, it feels like a total transformation. I like the words that were used at the launch, where this program feels like a catalyst because we've seen several of the women that have come through the program just really shoot through the stars and shoot through the roof to actually access bigger and you know um, more opportunity. Why is this a big deal for us? Why wouldn't we want to sit back and say, well, we're doing great? But actually, we are doing the right thing because part of the issue around SMEs is setting the right foundation. Um, we know that SMEs are the bedrock of the community, of any economy rather. However, SMEs that are not set up properly from the onset, not necessarily they wouldn't necessarily be a bedrock, but actually be an issue to the economy because then would be having businesses that are churning out, I guess, maybe substandard products, but perhaps also businesses that are not really solid. So what the program does is make sure that the businesses have a very solid foundation. And as Standard Chartered, we're proud to do that. We're proud to be a part of that because that means we're beginning to help the SME at the right stage. And the SMEs in the program vary from startups, and you will hear it, I guess, when Momo goes into the detail, and perhaps when Hannah comes on, from startups to businesses that are, 3 years old and established. The idea is to actually just get the right foundations for the opportunities to learn, earn, and grow. I'm really excited about cohort 3. I can't wait to see what this cohort brings. I think each cohort, and I'm sure Momo will talk about it when she comes on, is it has been a different experience. So I think cohort 3 is going to bring us a little bit more around what we expect around the women, but also I think more exciting challenges, exciting businesses, and perhaps I want to call them solutions because half the time when I listen to the women pitching, I'm scrolling on my phone like I didn't know someone does that in Zambia. But that's what this program actually is meant to do, to expose women to a larger stage, to expose women, to empower women to talk about their businesses and be able to grow them, aside from just receiving the seed funding to grow their business using technology. But I guess the more valuable moment is the incubation phase in which they get a proper refining of their business. That being said, I want to just say, well done, Bongo Hive. You guys have been a fantastic partner. We're in round 3, I want to call it. I think we're doing great. Pick the perfect partner, and I think I'm hoping that we're going to have another good run for cohort 3. Over to you, George.
Right, Kembe, thank you so much for those comments, and also for just giving a brief background on how the journey started. I have to confirm that yes, we've had a very good relationship with you, and now with the third cohort, I think that's proof enough that the program is actually working and is successful. Okay, before I introduce the next speaker, I would like to throw to everyone else that's participating, if you have access to your chat, have you already started applying, or maybe maybe you can give us maybe just a comment, maybe you can type in the chat if you already started applying, so you can just give a yes or no, or maybe you can just say my application is in progress. Because the next session is going to be by Momo, who's the project lead at Bongo Hive. And she's going to tell us more about the application process, the criteria, the benefits, and you get to learn more about how it is. So if you are already working on your applications, this will be an opportunity for you to hear more and hear more about what it is that we need from you and also what the criteria is. With that much said, maybe you can continue typing in the chat. Please use the chat access. Maybe you can use the question bar as well if you have any questions. And if you're on social media, if you're on social media and seeing this live, we also have you covered. You can also type your question as well. So for now, have you already started working on applications? I see that Monica said that she has, and the application is in process. That's great. Is anyone else from the chat? Okay, no one else from the chat. Okay, so I will then introduce our next speaker, who's going to be Momo Mubila, who's going to tell us more about the application process and the program itself. So Momo, up to you.
All right, thank you, George, so much. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Momo Mubila, and I'm projects lead at Bongo Hive. And I'm overseeing the team that will be implementing the Women in Tech, the ST Women in Tech program. And Kimbe, this is definitely going to be a very exciting round. And I am happy to announce that we've only launched the program. We're only 2 weeks in, and we've already got people, over 100 people that are already started applying for the program. So if you haven't yet started, please do start now. This is going to be very competitive. It's only been 2 weeks and we've already got over 100 people that have started applying for the program. So let me just take you through what the application process looks like, what the eligibility criteria is, and just a bit about what it takes to be part of the Women in Tech program. All right, so just to give an overview, a summary of the program. So the program is targeting over 100 applications. As I mentioned, we've already met our target, actually, and way above. And the program is specifically for women entrepreneurs and business owners from various sectors based in Zambia. So a total of 10 women will be chosen. This will form our top 10, and they're the ones that are going to go through a 3-month incubation program. After the incubation program, the top 10 will pitch at a demo day with key Standard Chartered and Bongo Hive staff, as well as external industry experts serving as judges. From the top 10, we're going to pick the top 5 who will then be the winners of the program, and they'll be awarded $10,000 in grant money and seed money to participate in a 3-month acceleration program where they will get a lot more mentorship and a lot more coaching and support to build out their technologies. Okay, so looking on the right side of my screen here. So as I mentioned, 10 weeks recruitment and selection. I'll go through the dates at a later period in the presentation. We're only receiving online applications, so we're not receiving any hard copies. We've already received some people who I'm not sure how they've printed out the applications online and dropped them off at Bongo Hive. But if you have done that, please note that your application is not being considered if you do not go through the online process on our VC4A portal. Okay, so the incubation period takes 3 months, so it's a total of 12 weeks where you'll be receiving mentorship, coaching, and just different classes around business, technology, leadership, and a lot more other topics. Okay, then we'll have a demo day. This is where you get to pitch to judges. You have a judging panel, and thereafter, the top 5 will be awarded $10,000 in grant funding, in seed funding, that they'll then be able to use to develop their technology and grow their businesses. All right, so who is eligible to apply for the SC Women in Tech program? So first, you have to be a Zambian female founder or co-founder over 18 years. So if your business is not 50% or more run by a woman, owned by a woman, then you're not eligible to apply, okay? And we're not going to be accepting applications where just because you've heard about the program, you're now rushing to go and get a woman on your founding team or as a shareholder. Okay, and I'll get to that a bit later as well. So you have to have equal or majority stake. The woman needs to be have either equal or majority stake in the business, needs to be based and operating in Zambia. So if you are Zambian and you're not living in Zambia and your business is not based in Zambia, you're not eligible to apply. Your business should be tech-based or have a clear need for tech to grow your business. So if you are not already leveraging technology in your business, then you should be able to communicate through your application how exactly you'll be able to use technology to grow your business. Okay, your business should be in operation for 3 months, from 3 months to 3 years. And what we mean by that is that your business should be registered at PACRA for at least 3 months, between 3 months and 3 years. It's also not enough for your business to just have been registered, but you should also be in operation. And we'll be able to qualify you or disqualify you once we get to our due diligence process if you are selected into the top 40. Okay, so you're eligible for the program if you're seeking support for customer, product, and business model development. You're required to have a maximum of 2 members, preferably both founders, that must be able to attend the bootcamp in February. So that's the bootcamp for the top 40, and the incubation program that is running from March until May 2023. And finally, the top 5 winners must be able to attend the acceleration program from June to November 2023. So these are the key and really just the basic criteria that you must be able to meet. And on the website, you'll be able to get a long list of the other criteria that we're also looking for in your applications. Okay, so I'll take you through the application process. So in order to apply for the program, first of all, you have to you're able to register on the program website, which is www.scwomenintech.co.zm. Once you get onto the website, you're able to click on the apply button, and this will take you to a platform called VC4A, and that's where you'll be able to fill out a form. All right, so this is what the first page of the website looks like. You've got an introduction, you've got the closing date for applications, which is 14th of February, and at the bottom, you click on apply here. Once you click on that button, it'll redirect you to the VC4A SC Women in Tech introduction page. Please make sure that you read the about section so that you're well informed on the program and what it takes to be part of the program. If you have read the about section and you do not qualify, please do not proceed with your application. Okay, all the instructions on there, and you'll be able to be informed before you apply. Some of you may already have businesses or may already have taken part in Bongo Hive programs or any other program, and you already have an account on VC4A. If you have an account with VC4A, you click on sign in. If you do not have an account with VC4A, you are required to create an account before you apply. So you click on the apply button. All right, once you click on the apply button, it will take you to this sign in page. All right, so you sign in with your email. You could also use other options such as signing on with Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn, which is actually the better way to do it because then you have all your information in one page. Once you enter your email in that section, you can press on get started. Once you press on get started, the first thing that you'll have to do is to put in your full names. Please make sure that you enter your full name. So your first name, your last name. It's optional to enter your middle name, but what is required is your first and last name. Once that is done, you can click on the next button. You'll then be redirected to this page, okay? So once you're redirected to the second page, please select on the first option, which is that I am joining VC4A to connect my business venture to opportunities and resources. Once you do that, you'll be able to access a lot more opportunities and resources even beyond this program, because VC4A is a platform that caters to businesses in Zambia, but also around Africa. So you'll be able to meet and network with other businesses and also get different resources to support in your entrepreneurial journey. Once you've clicked on yes, you press next and you'll be redirected to this page. And this is where the application process starts. I would really like to encourage everybody to not leave the application process to the last minute. We realize that a lot of people do that. The application form is quite lengthy. We've really tried to shorten it and make it specific, but it's lengthy because you are getting $10,000 seed money, okay? And that's a lot of money for you to start that is given to you for free. So all the questions that are being answered throughout the application process are necessary for us to make the right decision on who we're getting into the program and who we're not, okay? So the first step of the application process, very important again, that you read the top part, make sure that you're well informed before you continue with the application. The first thing that you're going to do is enter your personal details. As you can see at the bottom there, after the word where it says principal founder name, there's a little asterisk and a little cross in red. All the questions that have a little red cross next to them are questions that need to be answered for you to move on to the next stage. So please make sure, if, for example, you're not able to submit your application, before you contact us, please make sure that you review each step of the application form and make sure that you've completed each section that is required for you to be able to submit your application. Next, we're also going to ask you a bit about your company and your startup. So we'll require your startup name, your company address, your website. If you do not have any website, please mention your social media or your social media URL, or even your personal Facebook or LinkedIn pages if you also do not have a social media platform or website for your business. All right, so that's just a brief about the application process. If you've got any questions, any challenges with the process, if you encounter an error, or if you're not able to proceed, when you do contact us, please make sure that you send us a screenshot with the error message that you're getting so that we know what issue you're having and we can redirect you to the person that will be able to support you. If you do not send us a screenshot, the process of helping you takes a lot longer because we will require that screenshot for us to better understand the challenges that you're having. All right, so let's go through the key program dates. So the applications opened with a launch ceremony on November 23rd, 2022. The applications will close 10 weeks later, and that will be on January the 14th, 2023. Thereafter, we're going to have an application shortlisting period, and then we'll be announcing the top 40. So we're starting with a top 40. Okay, so the top 40 applicants will then be invited for a virtual bootcamp. The bootcamp will last 1 week from the 6th to the 10th of February, and we'll take you through some business courses and also teach you how to pitch your business. This is an opportunity for us to better understand what your business is about and if you truly qualify to be part of the top 10. After the virtual bootcamp, you'll be required to pitch your business between the 15th and 17th of February, 2023. And then from the top 40, we'll then be choosing the top 10 that will proceed to the incubation program on the 21st of February. The incubation phase will start from March 6th and will end on 26th of May, and will also culminate into a demo day where you'll now come back and pitch your business again. And this time you'll be required to explain to the judges, first of all, what your business is about, but most importantly, what technology you've chosen to leverage in order to grow your business. And that needs to be clearly communicated, and you'll get all the skills and knowledge to be able to do that during the demo day. And then on the 16th of June, 2023, we'll be awarding the top 5 $10,000 for them to proceed into the post-incubation support, which is 5 months from the 21st of June to 21st of November, where you'll be getting coaching, mentorship, and just support on building your technology. All right, so we've realized that a lot of people get a bit intimidated, especially women get a bit intimidated once you mention the word technology. So technology can mean so many things, right? And it really also is in relation to where your business is at that particular point. So in this section, I just want to just share a few points on the different ways technology can be leveraged to grow your business and why it's important. All right, so firstly, technology can help you to extend your visibility and build your customer base. And by that, I mean, for example, okay, for example, if you do not have a website for your business, the only way that your customers can reach you is either by phone or by physically visiting your store or your services. However, if you do have a website, this increases your reach and also helps to create a better experience for your customers, and it increases the efficiency of how you're doing your business. All right, so it helps you to reach more of your potential customers, and this can also happen around the clock. So you don't need to be awake at midnight for your customers to reach you, for your customers to know what services or products you're offering and how you're offering them and what value you're creating for them. All right, so that's one of the ways that technology can help, by creating a website. I will touch on the fact that a lot of people do sign up onto the program and just simply tell us that they want a website, they want to leverage technology, they want to create a website for their business. Because we get so many applications where people are just thinking about a website, we will go beyond what the website, what you require the website for. Okay, so it's not enough to just say you would like to develop a website. What is the website being used for? How is it going to add value to your business? How is it going to help your business grow? Okay, and what are any additional features that you'll add to your website to really show the potential that technology can have to support in the growth of your business? Okay, the second reason why it's important to leverage technology for your business and how it adds value for your business is that it improves your customer interactions and understanding of your customers. Okay, so these days, I'm sure you've all noticed, the customer has really become king. Your customers are more powerful these days because of increased access to information, and it's becoming more important to put your customers at the center of everything that you do. So for example, to increase and improve your interactions with your customers, and also to better understand your customers, leveraging a technology platform such as a CRM software, so a customer relationship management software, can help you to better manage and get to know your customers. It can help you to get to know their needs, their behaviors, especially those things that they do not vocalize and that they're unable to communicate with you verbally. And with this knowledge, you can tailor your communication, your advertising to your customers, and this just improves your relationship with your customers and also increases their satisfaction as well, because they know that you really are taking an interest in what they're doing, what they like, their behaviors, and it allows you to tailor your service to your customers as well. All right, so my second point on how technology can be leveraged and why it's important to leverage technology for your business is that it helps you as a business owner and as a founder to be more informed and agile. Let's take, for example, so it's very important. So to make important business decisions, you need to know the ins and outs of your company, right? There's so much that goes around in the company, especially if you're a single founder or you have a co-founder, you've got limited capacity in your business. Let's take, for example, using an accounting software such as Xero. This can help you keep you on top of your finances anywhere and at any time. So you don't necessarily have to do it manually. You may lose your manual files, your books, your ledgers, and all that type of and all those things. And technology allows you to just bring all your company information in one space where it's easily accessible and everyone can see it. Everyone can see that you're organized, and you can use that information to inform your business decision. Another example is an integrated sales system, such as, integrating your point of sale interface, your inventory management, and having a platform where you can also even do your sales as well, so that you can see your sales. One, people can pay through that platform, but also you can also manage your inventory from anywhere, right? So that's also another way on how you can leverage technology. And finally, technology can also help you to streamline and automate your routine tasks. So for example, as I said, invoicing, for example, you can do that using technology, right? That reduces the need for humans, right? For humans, and you can redirect that energy and that capacity to do other things that also add value to your business. So automating, one, reduces your costs. It reduces mistakes as well, right? And it also frees up more time for you to spend actually running your business. So as a founder, as a co-founder, you usually don't have a large team. It's usually just a small team. So automating your daily tasks, your routine tasks, helps to free up your time to do things that are actually more important and that help you to actually grow your business. So you may be wondering where to start with your digitization journey. And that's what the SC Women in Tech program is actually here for. It's here to help you to better understand your business and what type of technology you can use to leverage and grow your business and further support you to build that technology. So the reason why some of these points that I raised are very important is because we get a lot of applications. As you mentioned, in 2 weeks, you've already gotten over 100 applications, right? And it gets really boring just seeing website. So it's very important that as a founder, as a co-founder, within these 10 weeks that you do your research, right? Think about all the different ways that I've expressed on how you can leverage technology. Do your research. What are other people doing that are in your industry that have the same business as you? What are they doing? What forms of technology are they leveraging? Okay. I want you guys to think big when you're applying. We really enjoy reading applications that from people that are thinking big, that are innovative, but that doesn't mean that also the technology that you're leveraging has to be complicated, right? It's just as simple that what's important is that you're able to communicate how you would use that technology to grow your business. Thank you, George. We can move on to some of the really important questions that we add on the application form. I'm going to take you through about 5 questions that people usually get stuck on when they are responding to the questions in the application form. So how long has your business been in operation? So what that question means is we want to know the date that you registered your business at PACRA, okay? So that's going to be your first point of entry. If you've registered your business at PACRA, if your business has been registered at PACRA for at least 3 months, you qualify to be part of the program. If you do get to the top 40, we will do if you do get to the top 10, we will carry out our due diligence for us to understand that not only have you registered your business at PACRA in the past 3 months, but you've actually been in operation. So it's not enough to just have your business registered, but you should have at least been working on your business, okay? Is your business registered with PACRA? That's very straightforward. It's a yes or no question. Do not answer yes if you haven't registered at PACRA. If you are using this time, this 10-week application period, to quickly register your business at PACRA just so that you can take advantage of this program, you will not be accepted in the program because we need to have your business registered for at least the past 3 months, okay? Have you received funding above $5,000 in the last 2 years? This is also very straightforward. So have you received any external investments of funding from anyone other than people in your business in the last 2 years? Okay, so have you taken part in any programs where you've received at least $5,000 in funding? We're not going to disqualify you based off of this question. We just want to understand if you've received funding and how you've used that funding to add value to your business and to grow your business, okay? The next question is, what is your current valuation and have you fundraised before and how much? Okay, so again, we're not going to disqualify you based off of your answers to this question. So just to give you an example of what valuation may be, if you sell, for example, 10% of your shares for $10,000, it means that your company is estimated at about $100,000. So that's just what valuation means. Again, we're not going to use that to either qualify or disqualify you. We just want to understand a bit more about your business. The second last question, have you been in an incubator or accelerator program with the same idea or startup over the last 2 years? It's very important for us to understand whether you've taken part in a similar program, especially if you've taken part in a Bongo Hive program, okay? Because we'd like to understand at what level you're at. Some of the information that we're sharing in this program might not be helpful to you if you've taken part in a similar program. And we'd like to open up the space for other people that haven't received this level and type of support, okay? So the program is not just about winning $10,000. Right? That might be the climax, that might be what's important to you. It's not just about the funding, it's about you growing as an individual, growing your business, learning the necessary business skills to grow your business, and then supporting you to leverage technology to grow your business. So please make sure that you are honest when you're answering these questions. The last question, what is the market opportunity for your product or your service? So market opportunity means where do you see the opportunity for growth by using technology? Okay, so where do you see the opportunity to grow your business using technology. So just as an example, if you're getting customer orders from all over Zambia, let's say you're selling clothes or you're selling a product or a service or food, right? And you're getting orders from customers all over Zambia. However, you're only able to supply people and serve people that are only based in Lusaka because you've got limited capacity. That means that your market opportunity is being able to expand your reach to reach the rest of the country, and technology could help you with that in various ways. Okay, so that's how you would answer the question. What is the opportunity that you can take advantage of by leveraging technology? Thank you, George. We can move to the next slide.
All right. Thank you so much, Momo, for those remarks or the presentation or whatever it is that we can call it to help us through the process, the application process. Momo touched on a lot of things, and one of the biggest takeaways is how can you incorporate technology with what you're using now? Taking us through how, if you are a business or maybe whatever businesses that you're working on, how is it that you can incorporate technology? So hopefully that maybe it can help you get motivated more to apply. I know that there's so many questions that are buzzing, but before we get into that, I'd like to bring on one of the alumni who participated in the second cohort of the program. At least maybe you get to hear from the person from one of the participants who's also been through the journey that you are currently on, and also had the experience of the application process, had the experience of the program itself, and the biggest one is that she's also one of the top who came out on the top 5, also had access to the $10,000. So I'd like to bring on Hannah from Access Bubble. She's the Chief Technical Officer and founder of Access Bubble. So Anna, before you come in, do you have any comments about the application process? How did you find that?
Okay. Sorry, George, is that a question for me?
Yes, so it's a question for you before you actually start talk about the impact and how the program worked out for you.
Okay. I guess with the application process is what really helps is actually doing things pre-hand, being prepared beforehand and not doing things rushed on the last minute. And as well, being honest and straightforward about the questions. So that helps when you prepare pre-hand, you prepare your slides. If you're uploading anything on your team, then it's very helpful if you do that pre-hand and think that through. So I think that's what really helps to get going.
All right, thank you so much, Anna. So yeah, you're here to tell us more about the program itself and the impact that that program has done to your business. You can proceed and just give us some of how your experiences was with the Women in Tech program.
Okay, great. Thanks, George. Thanks, Momo, Kimbe, for actually giving me the opportunity to give my insight. It's really great to be speaking as an insider and from where things are. So I'm Hannah, and when I first got into the Women in Tech, from application to actually the final top 5, it was quite intensive in terms of the commitment that I had to put and the consistency that I had to put in it. But I think what's comforting is that I actually came into the Women in Tech program as an early stage startup. So I was only at least 4 to 5 months registered and operating as a private limited company. And I was in a very niche market. I am in a very niche market, which is vocational education. And I think when I came into the program, I knew that there was a problem, and our problem was that we wanted to improve vocational education. And at the time, I only knew of one school that had this problem. So coming into the program and sharing how I wanted to use technology at the time, which was to introduce a learning platform that can help teachers in vocational schools and heads of departments in vocational schools actually be able to see progress of their students be able to make sure that their students are on track, get relevant curriculums for them. It was quite something. So I think that my first pitch, which was top 40, and pre-hand 2 weeks before that, we really did get a lot of advice and insight on how to pitch your business, because I think we get so used and we fall in love with our business or a problem that we've identified, but being able to articulate that clearly on what the problem is, what the structure of what you're trying to achieve is, becomes a problem. So pre-hand that, we did get a lot of help on how to structure our pitch decks, common mistakes that you should avoid, and a lot of material that can actually show you businesses that are in your same field, that are in your same industry, and how they present themselves. And I think after that, going through the top 40, it really helped me understand how big my problem was. It grew from just being a problem with one school to actually being a problem with 59 schools. And what the program does for you is it helps you weigh and evaluate what your problem is. So it's very easy to first identify your problem, but to actually bring it down to the nitty-gritty of how many people are affected by that problem, in which regions are they affected, what your market looks like, how do you approach your market. All those things are great things that you do get from the program. And I think it is a scary process, but what's really comforting is the type of mentorship that you do get within the program. So trust me, you are going to forget about getting the money at the end of it, because a lot of what you're going to be getting is leadership support. You're going to get mentorship support from people who are in that industry, have grown in that industry, and you really create a lot of networks with women who are trailblazers and generating ideas, or might be mature businesses in an industry, but are really making a difference. So that's another great part. In terms of technology and how I've been impacted with the process, with the program, is I started off very early stage compared to my peers. They were more mature businesses that had been running either for 2 to 5 years. But for me, it was very early stage. I had an idea and I was launching that idea. But with the program, I was able to identify how can I actually grow this business using a tech solution. So in vocational education, which I'm in, it's a very traditional space, but this program does allow you to think of how can you be creative and innovative in that space? How do you not just think of it as, like Momo said, a website? For us, it was, how do we use a web application to connect teachers either from different parts of the world to be able to provide learning content and learning material to the schools that we're targeting in our communities. So you really need to think about how these platforms can work for you. And with us right now, we started off with one school. Now we're looking at least 300 users on our platform, and really identifying who's your customer and your user. So I think that you don't have to worry about being perfect. Just be honest about where you are as a business and how you see tech impacting your business and how you can grow your business through a tech-enabled solution. And I think that is the main thing you should be focused on, and being very clear about your problem and being very clear about how you're going to use technology in an innovative way to actually make an impact. I think this is most of my highlights in terms of personal business growth and using technology to impact my business. I've really moved from where I was in the past 9 months, and the opportunities have really been immense with the network that you get connected to. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Hannah, for sharing that. And I think it's very personal that it's coming from you, who's been and also had the past experience with the problem itself. And thank you so much also for the tips that you've also given. I hope that maybe the potential participants find it very helpful and useful. And yeah, so I think overall the journey is, it's not carried on your own. Hopefully that maybe you can collaborate, maybe you can even get in touch with some of the luminaries that have been through the program and just ask them on how the application process was. Maybe you can also get some tips or maybe some advice on how how you can also go about your application. This information you can actually find online, and you can also find on the website. You can find that information on the website. You can also find out the past experiences in cohort 1 and cohort 2. We also have some information about them on the website. So if you want to reach out to them, feel free to reach out to them and also learn about what they are up to and what their businesses are about. Okay, so this is the part that everyone's been waiting for, which is the Q&A part. And yeah, so more brace yourselves because we have quite a lot of questions that have come in, and also plus some of the questions that were already brought in before. And if you are, just a reminder, if you're on social media, if you're on Twitter, or sorry, if you're on Facebook, we are live. And we are also receiving questions there. So if you have any questions on, if you're wherever you are, if you're actually live on Twitter on Facebook, you're welcome to type in a question. We'll be able to respond to it as we go. So getting started, Momo. This is a question from Kapamba, and he's asking, does the co-founder have to be female as well? I think this is something that's already been addressed in the question, but if you want to highlight on it, I think we can just consider it as a pass. But maybe I can actually combine it with someone who's anonymous, and they're asking, are women temporarily based out of Zambia, but Zambia eligible, and the business is registered and operating in Zambia? So I think this, I am getting that is a female founder who's based, who's Zambian, but outside Zambia, and they registered their business in Zambia. The question is, are they eligible to apply, or maybe are they also eligible to apply? So that's the question that's come in. Maybe you can be able to respond to that.
Okay, so I'll respond quickly to both questions. So the first one, does the co-founder have to be female? So I did mention that at the beginning of the presentation. So as a female, you either have to have 50% or more stake in the business. So if you're a female, so if you're a male founder, your co-founder has to have 50% stake in your business or more. Okay, I hope that's clear. And you can also find that information on the website as well. A women temporarily based out of Zambia. So if you're not based in Zambia, you can take part in the program. A large part of the program is virtual, but there are some physical touch points. And you can't attend from, online. So when you say temporarily based in Zambia, does that mean that you'll be coming back and you'll be here in Zambia when we start the program next year? Because right now we're still in the application phase. If you'll be here next year and you'll be able to participate in the program based in Zambia, then sure, you can go ahead and apply. But if for the duration of the program, you're going to be outside of Zambia, then unfortunately, you do not qualify to apply.
Okay, perhaps maybe the participant can, if whoever wrote that, can provide some clarity on it, and that we can be able to help you better. Okay, thank you so much, Momo, for that. There's another question here from, again, anonymous. Will the bootcamp and incubation require participants to travel outside Lusaka, or to travel, or to attend the program on a daily session?
Okay, so no travel outside of Lusaka is required. So the program is based in Lusaka. However, those that are outside of Lusaka can apply and travel into Lusaka for the physical touch points at their own costs, okay? And then the program, so for the program, you'll be having classes, you'll be having sessions for between once and sometimes twice a week. Most of it, for sure, you'll be having at least once a week throughout the 12 weeks, but sometimes you'll also be having sessions twice a week. And you have to make sure that you are available for all the sessions. So we're grading you on your assignments, on your attendance, on your attitude during the program. So it's not just about how you're pitching at the end of the program, but we're also monitoring you throughout the program. We're checking your attendance, if you're doing your assignments, if you're reporting back on your milestones. So it is quite, as Hannah did mention, it is an intense program. And that's why we've highlighted all the dates for you so that you can make sure that if you are applying, that you are committed, right, to those dates, and you can plan in advance as well.
Okay, cool. The next question is $1 million question, and get received this quite a lot. Hopefully, maybe can also help a lot of people that are still asking this question. Yes. So, how is my idea? So, how is my idea? Sorry, is that how's my idea on how I can leverage technology to grow my business, protected from competitors?
Okay, I'll answer it. Okay, yeah, as George mentioned, we get this question a lot, even just generally at Bongo Hive. So there are no new ideas under the sun. And I think you also just need to realize that. So just because you share your idea doesn't mean that someone else can come take it and run with it. At the end of the day, your mind is unique, you're unique, and the way you would implement a specific idea is also unique. If you're not comfortable sharing your ideas and your business, then this program is not for you, because part of the program is not only sharing, but also learning from each other. Okay, so we do sign, you do have documents, right, that you'll sign to commit to the program and everything. But in terms of it being protected from the competitors, I think maybe just apply and we'll see and let you know if your idea or your technology is unique. But as Bongo Hive, we've supported over 1,500 businesses, and we can tell you that there really is nothing that we haven't, heard before, unless it's really, out of this world. It's really just about how you're implementing it, how you're using the resources that you have to, to create value for your customers, in your market. But yeah, if you do feel like your idea is something that nobody has heard before, then you can also mention that in your application, and then we'll take it on a case-by-case basis.
So George, Momo, I do have a question. I think this is coming off the Standard Chartered Facebook page, and I think it's from Alice Samakai. I don't know if it was read here. Just trying to check very quickly. It basically says, my business is a sole proprietor. Am I eligible to apply? I think the question has been answered, but just for Alice's sake, Momo, go for it.
All right. So yeah, as a sole proprietor, you can apply. However, we do advise people to have a co-founder, and if you apply and then you do get through to the program, you'll understand why we always advise that you have a business partner. But if you're a woman and you're running the business, that means it's 100% women-led, then you are eligible to apply.
Thank you so much for that. The previous question that was being asked about the female founder who's not based in Zambia has responded and saying that they'll be back. Sorry, what's that question? Said that they'll be back. They'll be back in the country. So I guess maybe that covers that question. That covers the answer. And there's also another question that's already been answered, but maybe just for the sake of everyone else, is the program made only for or for-profit organizations? This one was also been tackled by one of our colleagues at Bongo Hive, saying that yes, only for-profit businesses qualify. Okay, so getting to the next, or maybe the second last question, which is being asked by Tandire. She's asking, what if your core shareholder is not active in the company? Yeah, this one is is also another frequently asked question. They were basically used to meet the proper registration requirements of the minimum 2 stakeholders and directors. Would they be required to participate in the program at any point? So we have, this is also another frequently asked question. Hopefully maybe you can provide some clarity on this one more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't be required. So as long as, again, during the program, you understand why it's important to have a co-founder. But if you want to apply for the program as the sole founder of the business 10DOA, please go ahead. Your co-shareholder will not be required to participate in the program. Yeah.
Okay.
But Hannah, please go ahead. You can also tackle this.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment that I guess it's good to have the decision makers or the founders that are in your business to take part, because even after the program ends, the decisions that you make and the amount of knowledge that you would have learned as a decision maker has to trickle down to your team. So it's always great when the person that you're running your business with also understands the same page and they've gotten the same knowledge, so that you grow the business together as you continue to move forward. So it just doesn't stop in the session. It continues even after the program is done. So it's really good for a decision maker or senior person in the management layer to be part of it.
No, thank you so much, Anna, for that. I think with your experience as well, you able to tackle that, and then also notice that these are the things that usually happen in the program, where you have decision makers not being present, but they're the ones who are really running the business, and hopefully that maybe they could be participate in the program full time, or had at least maybe 100 or 50% of the program itself. Yes, so we have I think this one I'll tackle it. It's from an anonymous attendee as well, asking, will there be another info session like this one? So straight, we won't have another info session like this one, but what we do is that we have recorded the session, and you'll be able to have access to it on YouTube. You can follow our YouTube channel on Bongo Hive, and also you can also follow our Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can also check out our maybe the previous information that's there. So this information is already recorded, and also we have streamed live the session. You can also go back to the material, the history, and you can find the information. But feel free to get in touch with us if you have any if you have any questions that you want to ask. Ethel is asking, I'm running a business. Sorry, no, this was not Ethel. Sorry. Okay, I'm running a business with my wife. Am I pronouncing the name right?
Yes, George, you are.
Okay, I'm running the business with my wife, and it is registered with Pakra as a business name. Can my wife be considered as a co-founder?
All right, so it's confusing because the name is Ethel, but
yeah, I also heard that. Yeah.
So what I will say is what we look at. So remember, we said your business should be registered for between 3 months to 3 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the PACRA document, because you will be required to submit it at some point if you get through the program. So we'll look at the PACRA document. If your wife's name is on the document and she has 50% shareholding in the company, then yes, you're eligible. If she has less than 50% or her name is not on the document, then no, the business is not eligible for the program.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Ethel, I hope that helps. Then we have a question from Hope, and Hope is asking, what happens when the business is more than 3 years of registration? I don't know if this one has been tackled already, but if you want to provide some clarity on it, you can. Okay,
so again, it's between 3 months to 3 years. So if your business is older than 3 years, then you do not qualify for the program. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
George, sorry, did we take the first one? Will there be another info session like this? Did we answer that question?
Yes, we did. What I said is that they can go back to the information, because most of the information is going to be is recorded, so they can go back to the chat.
Okay, so we may just a quick one on that one. So we're reviewing the applications on a rolling basis. So every week we're reviewing the applications. If we review the applications and see that there is need for an info session, we will have one on the 11th of January. However, please do make sure that you look at all the questions that you have can be answered by going onto the website and just, paying attention to what's on the website, right? Reading the website, making sure you read every single page on the website before you're applying. And also this recording will be accessible on our Facebook page, on the StanChart Facebook page. It'll also be accessible on the website as well. So you really have all the information that you need. It's just a matter of really just reading and paying attention. If you still have questions after reading going on the website, listening to this recording, then feel free to reach out for us. But we will announce the second info session if it will be taking place in early January before we close the application. So it'll be 1 week before the close of applications. Yeah. Is the $10,000? Yeah.
I'll combine this question with the first one that was being asked in that was sent to us privately. So maybe you can tackle it as well. So one is that is a $10,000 a grant or soft loan, which is also combined with the previous question that was being asked. What are the terms and conditions if you receive the $10,000?
Okay, so the $10,000 is seed money. It's a grant, so you don't have to pay it back. It's not a loan. However, the $10,000 is only to support you to build whatever technology you need to build to grow your business. Okay, so throughout the program, you're going to be supported to understand your business better, but also to kind of make the decision on what technology will be best for you to develop to grow your business. So at the end of the program, if you make it to the top 5, you'll be required to draw up a document, which is basically a milestone document. And we're only going to release the money. We're only going to release the money to meet your requirements for developing the technology that you need to build. If there is a balance at the end, then we'll give you the balance to do what you would like to do, but it still needs to be for the purpose of growing your business. So those are the terms and conditions for the $10,000. It is not for anything else other than building the technology that you need to leverage to grow your business. You can also find that information as well on the website, on the frequently asked pages. I believe it's the last question. So yeah.
Okay, so what we'll be able to do is that we'll also share that link with you in the chat and also share it on Facebook. So please keep an eye on our Facebook page. If you have any questions, or maybe if you want to have access to the link itself, it has all the information that you need. Okay, with that said, I will come to the end of the session, and this was quite interesting.
George, sorry, there was a question that was sent via email. I'm just going to read them out here. I pasted them in the chat. So the one of them was, which sector does selling already made clothes fall in? So already made clothes falls into fashion and retail. So you could put fashion and retail as your sector. The next question here, have you put capital or investment in your business? Please explain what the difference between the two is. Okay, so when we say capital, that's the initial investment in your business that you put in your business to start your business. When we talk about investment, it's money that has been put in addition while you're running your business. So whether it's external investors or, any other investment that you've received after that initial capital that you've put into your business. And finally, how long would the program last? I will send you to our website and this information session video recording for you to get that answer, just so I make sure that everybody's reading and before they're applying. So I will not answer that question right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And so with that said, we've come to the end of the session. This was an info session to help you with the application process and also find out more about the program itself. And hopefully that maybe the information that we've given has been very, very helpful for you. So I'm going to bring up our speakers. If there are any last comments that we'd like to make. First of all, I'd like to start with Kembe. Then I'll go in with Hannah, then also go in with Momo, and then we'll close up the session. So Kimberly, if you have any last comments or encouragement, please feel free to come and say something.
All right. So thank you, first of all. I mean, and Hannah, great hearing from you and great hearing your experience. I do hope we can hear a lot more from the alumni, and I think we'll try to make plans for that to happen a little bit more. But to the ladies who have actually made time to be on the session this afternoon, thank you very much. All the best. It is a very, very robust program, but it is certainly worth it. And I look forward to meeting some of you in February. All the best.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, Hannah, you can proceed.
All right. I was going to say all the best to all the applicants who, it's all I would say is believe in your idea, believe in what you're putting forward, and don't compare yourself to the list of other people. In your second round, you're going to have about 40 incredible businesses. But if you do believe in the idea and the solution that you're trying to put forward and learn as much as possible, is the most important thing. You're going to get so much from the experience, regardless of which stage that you get to. So learn as much as possible. Don't compare yourself, just learn from the other people that you meet. Yeah, and all the best.
All right, not much to say. I feel like I've covered everything I wanted to say during the presentation. I just really do want to emphasize that we're receiving right now, it's been 2 weeks, and we've already got over 100 people trying to apply, trying to get into the program. So I'd like to emphasize, please do not leave the application to the last minute. It is a detailed application form, and it does take some time, some thought, some research to answer the questions. So please make sure you give yourself enough time. My second one is, please do not give us one-word answers on the application forms. Again, over 100 applications, that means it's competitive, and it takes a lot of time to go through those applications. So if you're giving us one-word answers, or if you're giving us answers that are not well thought through, or if you're not following the instructions on the application form, we will not spend too much time on your application. We're just going to focus on those that have read the instructions, that are answering the questions the way they need to be answered. I think those are my only two contributions, and just emphasis to ensure that the applications we get a good quality, and to also increase your chances of being successful in the program. And another thing, it's been lovely over the years to see the variety of businesses that we've received in the program, right? So from the first cohort to the second cohort, the types of businesses that we've received, the types of applications we've received are quite different. And we really do encourage a lot of women. Don't feel like this program is only for people that are in finance or in transportation or in education. It's for everybody. As long as you've got a good business case, you're solving a good problem, a problem that is actually worth solving, right? I talked about the market opportunity. If you are, and if you can also communicate how technology is going to support you to grow your business, then you're eligible. And we'd love to see different types of businesses, because it also makes the program interesting. And we always look to have a variety of businesses within the program. It makes it interesting, better for learning as well. So I think those are my top 3 things that I'd advise. And I'd like to wish everybody that is interested in going to apply in the program all the best. And yeah, we look forward to seeing your applications.
All right. Thank you so much all, and thank you so much for your time. I'd like to also thank the speakers for coming through and sharing the experience and thoughts around the program itself. At Bongo High, we say that we work with great minds building viable solutions that change the world. So great minds are the people that we're working with, our partners, the startups, and you also coming on board, that you have people that are willing to work with you, trying to see how best we can help you with the businesses as well. So it also comes with mentors, it also comes with investors. So we're trying to build an ecosystem. So hopefully that maybe we receive your applications, and you can be part of the you can be part of the journey with us. So thank you so much. And like we said, you'll be able to access the video online. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us also on the website as well if you want some more information about the program. And also what we'll do is that we'll also share this information with you, and also for those participants that have attended this program, that you also have access to the recording. So again, thank you so much, and we'll close off the session at this point, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and hopefully we'll see the applications. Bye.
Thank you, George.
Bye-bye. Thank you.